A new wave of upcoming games is pushing the industry forward. These titles are aiming for worlds that feel real, detailed, and alive. Everything is built to pull you deeper and keep you there longer. This is the next step forward. Black Myth. Zhongkui draws heavily from Chinese folklore and mythology. The game presents a dark, serious world shaped by legends and ancient beliefs. It aims to tell a symbolic story rooted in culture and myth. The tone feels mature and meaningful.
Belly of yours. Where's the mountain? Hey? You're falling flat losing again.
Drop that codswallop. Master will take us back, as long as we keep that mountain in her heart. Hey.
No scolding, no flogging, life spared. Why risk going back? This ways. We've got food on our table and...
The Witcher 4 continues a grounded fantasy universe built on deep storytelling. The world feels alive, shaped by politics, characters, and moral choices. It focuses on long-term consequences and personal journeys. This is a story-first experience at its core.
Where's fear not dry room? Fight! The devil's out there! Just running from!
Salt. Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to the State of Unreal at Unreal Fest Orlando. We're here to show you what's next with Unreal Engine and so much more. We are thrilled that you're able to join us. Thank you. But first things first, I'm here with Sebastian and Kitek from CD Projekt Red. We have a lot to talk about. Hey, guys.
Hey. Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you, Wyatt, and hello, everyone. With The Witcher 4, we're stepping things up. And to do that, we needed the right partner. one that truly understands that great open-world games are all about art and technology coming together.
Yeah, and look, our goals are completely aligned here. And around the launch of UE5, your awesome team at CD Projekt Red announced a collaboration to make open-world development in Unreal even better. And it's an opportunity, we just couldn't pass it up. So we've been working on a technical demo together to achieve just that. I think we should take a look at it. You guys ready?
Born ready. Kaitek is going to play the build for us.
Sure, let's do it.
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you just saw and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing. So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir, and you'll get to explore it in the game. Right now, Ciri is investigating a monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village. All right, everyone, meet Kelpie.
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
So just like Geralt and Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
We return to town.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed. And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
So let's leave Ciri behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage. And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Ciri. Welcome to Valdrest. So Valdrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade, and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Ciri took on her current contract. Kaitek, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food. I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valdrest has to offer.
Not her again.
present him with a fish. For the furry rascal will often wink, and a bear's weight grants good fortune.
Pardon.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is. Character actions directly affect what happens around you, sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together. Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
Last of it, is it? Ready to aim.
Jingling in the purse.
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You're off your tits again, Wilfred. Get your ass up.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? With Churres. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men, quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton. Not here.
While Siri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch fishes. Won't find none fresher.
Reckon me ladies after one of them.
Course. Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Interesting, something more. Got mackerel, cod, all Braxton's finest.
And there is tons of tech at play here, even in this simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Siri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Valdrest. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus. But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. That's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri? We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans. A first look at Lanexeter.
what?
Beautiful Light leans into mystery and tension rather than constant action. The game creates a feeling of unease through its setting and pacing. Themes of isolation and uncertainty run throughout. It's designed to keep players alert and cautious. Blood Message is a narrative-driven experience with a serious tone. The game focuses on personal stories and emotional weight. Its world feels grounded and purposeful. Everything moves in service of the story being told.
丝路上的灯火，从西域一直亮到长安，能点亮天上的星河。
大唐离我们太远了，神佛还会庇佑河西吗？
我是认真决定的，我还是想再试一次。
今日我们所流的血，是为了把大唐带回来。我们必须在破城之前把安宁带出来。一人一个。安宁，等着我。安宁，安宁，
阿爷，我将追随杀出一举。
去长安，你这是让他们去送死！
输赢成败，皆如沙上之塔，风来即散，为众生之苦，长漫于天地之间。
回家吧，这一切毫无意义。天命所归，我才是大唐。到头来，除了死更多人，什么都不会改变。
没有我的帮助，你走不出这片沙漠。如果神不肯拯救我们的部族，那就让我来。
阿宁，等着我。
是对信使，每个人都做好了有去无回的打算。
Citizens of Pywell. Today, a new...
Crimson Desert presents a large fantasy world shaped by war and survival. The setting feels harsh, unpredictable, and full of conflict. Characters and factions play a major role in shaping events. The game aims to feel like a living world.
Who think themselves men. That is what it means to be a Creamy. The time has come to do what we believe to be right. Cliff, seek out your Greymane comrades. Uncover the truth that lies within, and let your heart speak without fear.
In the end, all will come together as one. We fight for the future of all. Sound the horn of our final battle. Fight! Fight for Pywell!
Your fight is not for revenge, nor glory, nor pride.
This is your hour.
Remember who you are, and let it guide your path. For at the end of it, you will find the answers you seek.
They called the city man's last resort.
Defect takes place in a broken, unstable sci-fi future. The world feels tense and constantly on edge. Its style leans toward chaos and urgency. The experience is built around momentum and pressure.
Pulled down by everyone else. By justice. That only knows how to place its boot on your neck. By outlaws that couldn't care less if you lived or died. You want to know the way to survive? You fight. Fight like a starving dog. I'm Neil.
Fatekeeper centers on destiny, choice, and consequence. The game places importance on decisions made along the journey. Its world is shaped by prophecy and myth. Every path feels intentional.
The greatest peril to my senses is your stench and the sorry shape that bears it.
Let's see how choosy you'll be when the void invites you in.
Spirits preserve me. Just get back in the knapsack.
Fine, fine. But remember, we must reach the moon gate and find some clue as to how it may be opened.
I still pray we might find survivors. Someone who can tell us what truly happened here.
Let him go for now, youngling. Let's see what this place holds.
Youngling, do you know my age, rodent?
Your years mean little. This is your first vigil. Thus, you are a neophyte, whether you enjoy the title or not.
Duco. Do soto mapun. Varam ki. Gata. much time.
Il focuses on fear, discomfort, and disturbing themes. The game creates unease through atmosphere and unpredictability. Its world feels hostile and unsafe. The goal is to unsettle, not comfort. Neo Berlin 2087 presents a dense cyberpunk future. The city feels crowded, tense, and shaped by technology. Themes of control, identity, and society are central. The setting does most of the storytelling.
It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, likewise.
You ever wonder if we're the ones pulling the strings? Or just living inside someone else's dream? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Even if this is a simulation, the pain still feels real.
Neo Berlin, what do I really know about it? She's like you. She needs your help.
I followed every thread, reconstructed memories. None of it fits.
You think you're solving the case. This is so much bigger. What if the case is you?
The world only works with order. Without order, chaos breaks out. It's out of balance and we must restore it. Do you understand that, Nolan?
Yes.
Nolan, what have you done?
OD leans into psychological horror rather than direct scares. The experience feels strange, slow, and unsettling. It plays with perception and uncertainty. The story is meant to stay with you.
describe the sound in the recording?
Project Spectrum focuses on modern, grounded scenarios. The game keeps a serious and realistic tone. Its world feels practical and believable. The design avoids exaggeration.
Let's go back to the start.
I remember the wind, strong wind. What the hell happened here?
We got company!
The loss is too heavy for you. But sometimes, loss can birth beasts and bury truths. What do you think? What if you are the beast?
The beast?
Watch out!
Millions of souls pour into the underworld.
Swords of Legends is inspired by Eastern fantasy and mythology. The world feels elegant and mystical. Themes of balance, tradition, and destiny are common. It blends fantasy with cultural storytelling.
Walk the mortal world once more. Fallen leaves return to their roots. You shall gather the souls that stray.
I've watched over this city for ages, and every name in your scroll of death. Not one of them dies quietly. You, a soulless husk. You can judge my fate! Why wrestle rogues when their artifacts can do what brute strength cannot?
What? The soulless husk?
The living cast their dead to flame, and sacrifice ignites the war banners!
Here we go again.
If you know not life, how can you know death?
One of the biggest fears of an astronaut doing extravehicular activity, or EVA.
The Expanse Osiris Reborn is set in a realistic science fiction universe. Politics, survival, and human conflict shape the narrative. The tone stays grounded and serious. It aims for believable sci-fi storytelling.
Create what it's like to live and work in space, and then it's really a challenge to take that experience and make it into a realistic game, and that's where their team stepped in.
We wanted to strike the right balance, realism grounded in science fiction, not simulation.
During real spacewalks, we actually use tethers to keep ourselves attached to the vehicle. In a reactive game, that would be too clumsy, and so mag boots is a creative way to kind of compromise and keep it realistic, but also be able to be reactive. But the fear is the same, becoming detached somehow and drifting away. And that's just one example. Even firearms would behave differently in space. Recoil and ballistics would also be different. People think about space as silent, but silence can mean danger. For example, inside of the spacesuit, there's a steady hum of the fan that's blowing oxygen over your face. The people at Alcat Games did some research and figured out that vibrations caused by shots inside of a vehicle would translate to the hull and likely be felt through the mag boots.
We love the idea, but have to adapt it. Pre-realism would mean almost no sound in combat. No vacuum, you hear more than astronauts do, but far less than in atmosphere. What you hear is what your character feels. Breath, comes, vibrations. The tension stays, and so does the fear.
The mission crews train for months, even years together. The commander is chosen first and sets the tone. Just like in the game, trust takes time and shared experience.
The ship is crew's home. To craft the right atmosphere, we focus on the smallest of details. Life in space changes tastes. Astronauts often crave spices just to feel such sensations again. On pink water meals created from what could actually be grown in orbit. And in the same spirit, you'll even hear your companions discussing food and ingredients on the ship. We hope that our approach to blending realism with gameplay considerations will make players experience something engaging and truly immersive.
Sometimes I wonder.
The Vernihorn takes place in a bleak fantasy world. The environment feels harsh and unforgiving. Themes of struggle and endurance are central. Hope feels rare and hard-earned.
Power reveals the man. In your case, we didn't have to wait long.
Who the fuck are you anyway?
What the fuck are you waiting for?
since I was a child, I used to sit here and listen to the howling wolves. Within the shelter of those ancient stones, they always made me feel safe. Sometimes I get the feeling that these beasts, though wild, have more loyalty in them than many humans. Let me tell you a story. You just can't stay away.
You lied to me. Why?
Another whiner? What, too loud for you?
I've seen wolves leave the meat untouched. Just lingered. They look less guilty than you two. Funny, isn't it?
That's enough.
You see that chop on the water? Storm's coming from the land.
Never seen the winter hit this early.
It seemed innocent at first. There were faint sounds, small taps, nothing unsettling. Then small things began to disappear. You know, people thought it was the kids playing tricks. However, over time, the sound became unbearable. The wind blended with what seemed like the wail of a wounded soul. They thought it was just the wind howling through the cracks. But the truth was far worse.
You know, the skies are always shaded with a cloud cover out here.
Transience focuses on mood and reflection. The world feels quiet but emotionally heavy. Storytelling is subtle and personal. It values atmosphere over spectacle.
To the actions of our fellow man. Most things aren't that special when you give them the old once-over. The sky's fogged because we're all swimming in the modern American dream out here. Nothing puzzling about it at all. It's just nature. Tons of ambition. A little greed here and there. A little crime. A lot of organization. The big guys in corps have the jobs, and the little guys slink along, picking up scraps so they can be worth the proper stake cuts. Some of us are a little past that, but only a little. Even the best of us are still just criminals with fancy names. Another spoke on the city's wheels, doing what it'd do naturally in New Houston. But no one is safe from an accountant.
Eli, this might be suicide. I have no clue what's down there.
As long as we can do something about it, doesn't matter what's down there. That's the gamble.
I bet he's on some pre-planned escape route. These accountants are slippery fuckers.
Sometimes, there wasn't a clean path out of transience.
Unrecord aims for a grounded and serious presentation. The experience feels raw and immersive. Its style avoids dramatic exaggeration. Everything is designed to feel believable.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Where the fuck is Oscar?